time for resolutions. We've talked about it the past few weeks, and our next speaker even shared his term of endearment for most resolution makers. Resolutionaries! Many of us have been down that road of resolutions or goals that never quite reach fruition. Today, we will hear how you can get on track for your own personal success at the next resolution or goal. Please welcome Alan Wolfe with his speech, Baby Steps.
Morning, Toastmasters, honored guests. Danny and I have a brand new granddaughter. Well, she's not brand new, she's about 8 months old. And we love watching her go through the whole development stages. She's been crawling around the house, and she's starting to pull herself up on stuff, and you all know what's coming next, right? Walking, right? Well, as she goes through that next stage, she's going to take those teeny tiny steps, and she's going to fall down, and she's going to get back up, and she's going to go a little more. And before you know it, she'll be running all over the house, and she'll totally forget about those initial few steps that got her started on what will be, truly, the first goal of her life, to be mobile, to be walking. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, today I want to talk about what it's going to take to get those resolutions, those goals accomplished. And it really all comes back to baby steps. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. It's not just those teeny tiny steps that Eve's going to be making as she starts to walk. It includes the falling down. It includes the pulling herself back up. It includes the enthusiasm and the encouragement from her parents. It's all part of that. But as we set our goals in life, sometimes we forget that it's more than just getting out there and trying. It's a process, and we have to have all components of that process in order to find success in our goals. So let's talk about a goal to begin with. We have to create our goal. And one of the most common goals this time of year, when it's resolutionary time, is to lose weight. Let's just start there. So would you say that if someone said, my goal is to lose weight, is that truly a goal? Not really, because let's face it, if they lose 1 pound, did they accomplish their goal? Probably not. Okay, let's go a little bit further. Let's say they want to lose, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Is that a goal? Well, we're getting a little closer. But what if it takes them 20 years to lose 20 pounds? Would you say they really succeeded at their goal? Probably not. So let's put a little bit more time frame around that. Let's say, well, it's like, well, how fast could I lose 20 pounds? Well, most doctors or nutritionists, dietitians, whoever, will tell you that it's best to try to lose about 2 to 5 pounds a week. That's what's most healthy, and that's what's most sustainable. So why don't we set our goal around that 20 pounds and say, all right, let's say the 1st of April is about 8 weeks away. In 8 weeks, losing 2 to 3 pounds a week, I could lose 20 pounds by the 1st of April. That's realistic. That's something that you could do. So we expand our goal a little bit and we say, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds by the 1st of April. So now you know how much you're going to want to lose. You'll know when you've reached success, and you put a time frame to it so you can focus in on the time it's going to take to accomplish your goal. Is our goal done? I would say no. And the only reason I would say no is because what if you lose your 20 pounds by the end of April, or for the 1st of April, but you've gained it back by the end of April? Anybody done that? Yeah, all of us. So your goal needs to expand, and it's got to be something that you want to look at for a lifetime. So if you just take it one step further, I want to lose 20 pounds by the 1st of April, and I want to keep it off by the end until the end of the year. Now, would you imagine that if you could keep that 20 pounds off by the end of the year, you might have it mastered and you'd be there, right? And just like little Eve, who's starting to walk, starting to get there, you think she'll be satisfied with those first 2 steps? Or the first time that she can walk across the room? Do you think she'll just stop there? No. She's going to want to walk for the rest of her life. So when you set that goal, it's got to be something that'll take you on for a lifetime, not just across the room, or not till the 1st of April. So you've got your goal. That's the step. That's the first step. But now you've got to create a plan on how you're going to accomplish this goal. If you simply say, well, I'm going to cut out ice cream, or I'm going to go for a walk every once in a while, how much chance do you think you have of accomplishing that goal? Not really that much. Now, Eve is only 8 months old. She doesn't have a plan. And she probably won't need a plan to accomplish her goal of walking. What she has is an innate determination to do something that she sees other people doing. Unfortunately, as we grow up and go through life, we lose that innate determination. We lose that motivation to accomplish something. Yeah, there's other things that get in the way. We just kind of lose the enthusiasm and everything. So we need to create a plan. So let's stick with losing weight. What's our plan? What's our plan? Well, again, if we go back and we talk about that 2 to 3 pounds a week, all right, let's say we want to lose 2 pounds a week. Well, most dietitians and experts will tell you that a pound correlates to about 3,500 calories. So if I want to lose 2 pounds in a week, I have to either eat less, 7,000 calories, or I've got to burn off 7,000 calories. It's pretty simple. There's no real science to it. It's either calories in, calories out. So somehow I've got to lose or reduce my intake of 7,000 calories a week. Right? Well, 7 days in a week, 1,000 calories a day. So now you've taken your big goal, 20 pounds, and you've broken it down into a baby step of 1,000 calories a day. Now you can do it either way. You can either burn off an extra 1,000 calories a day, or you could take in 1,000 calories less a day, and you'll accomplish your 2 pounds in a week and your 20 pounds by the 1st of April. Mm-hmm. Okay? So is that your goal? You got your goal. You've got your plan. Are we done? Success? We're done? We're good? We're ready to go? No. One big piece that's missing, and this is probably the biggest piece that misses when we set that goal. We've set the goal. We've got a good goal. We've got our plan. We've got a good plan. But what's missing? Well, let's go back to the baby. What do you think really keeps little Eve pulling herself back up and taking those little baby steps? What happens when she does that? Her parents go nuts, right? Trust me, her grandparents go nuts too. But what happens right after that? Right after that overabundance of enthusiasm and excitement? She falls down, right? And what happens? They pick her up, they get excited, and they encourage her to do it again. And she says, okay, I'll try it again. And she pulls herself up, and the next time she takes 3 steps. And she falls down again, and they get excited, and they pick her up, and off she goes. And she's thinking, gee, if they get that excited over 3 steps, what are they going to do when I walk across the room? Right? So much of the time, when we set out to set a goal and create our plan, the piece that's really missing is the enthusiasm, the excitement. And it's really, really hard for any one of us to take and bring all that excitement into ourselves. So you need help. And most of us won't ask for it, but you need that ingredient. So what do? You go to all your friends and family, and you tell them about your goal, and you tell them how they can factor into the achievement of your goal. I've decided to lose 20 pounds by the 1st of April. I am going to try to reduce my intake, my diet, whatever, by 1,000 calories a day. Will you help me? Will you encourage me? Will you whatever? And hopefully those people will get on the bus and they'll say, yeah, let's go, let's get this done, let's do this as a team. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, sometimes it takes a village to accomplish your goal. So it's very simple. Create the goal, create the plan, create the village to help get your goal accomplished. Now, Weight Watchers is a great organization, but do you think they've got the plan? What's the key to their plan? The diet? The calories in, calories out? No, it's the accountability. It's the excitement that comes when you go down on your weekly weigh-in. That's what keeps them going. And when you talk to anybody that's been through Weight Watchers, they'll tell you first thing. That's the thing that got me, was I had to go in, I had to report in, because they had to report to their village. They had to talk to their village, and they had encouragement, and they had all of that. And that's why they're so successful. This last year, I decided to do an Ironman. Well, it was my 3rd time of actually training to do an Ironman. And it was a little tougher this time. Having already accomplished it once, and you're getting a little older, and it's not that easy, you know, to go out and train day in and day out. But I had my village. My wife was key in my village. She kept me on track. Just by simply saying something like, well, when are you going to work out today? I had to stop and think. You know, I couldn't just put it off until it was too late. Okay, I guess I'll come home from work and I'll get my bike ride in or something like that. So I had to think about that. She became my village. The people at work who knew that I was training to do an Ironman, they became part of my village. Hey, how's your training going? How's it going? Man, we're really excited for you. That's going to be great, you know. So they became part of my village. Friends that were training as well, we became our own village to encourage each other. So you've got to create that village to get going. And trust me, I really needed my village this year because there was a couple things working against me. One, I'd already accomplished this goal, so it wasn't I didn't have that innate determination that you do the first time. Secondly, I had failed last year. Last year, I entered the Ironman and I wasn't able to complete it. It was a downer. It was tough. And it puts that doubt in your mind. And yes, it was 105 degrees and there was a lot of other people that didn't finish. But there's still that doubt in your mind. You've lost that edge. I needed my village this year. Because guess what? It was hot again. I trained hard. I was ready. But the temperature goes up and it makes it just that much harder. But during the course of that day, my village picked me up. I got through the swim okay. I'm doing great. I get out on the bike. I'm doing fine. Second loop on the bike, massive headwind, man. It's tough. But I made the turn, and it's like now the wind's behind me, and it's blowing me back to Coeur d'Alene. I'm thinking, all I got to do is avoid a breakdown, bicycle breakdown. I'll get out on the run. I'll be good. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna finish my second Ironman. I'm just gonna be there. Even know they're on the sideline. Hey, keep going. You're almost there. You can do it. You can do it. And the one I always like the most is, "You're looking good." Yeah, I'm looking good. I can't hardly even walk, but I'll get there. My village picked me up that day, and I finished that race. I had the goal. I had the plan. I would never have accomplished that without my village. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Not only is it important to create your goal, not only is it important to build that success plan, But go out and create that village. Get that enthusiasm that comes, that Eve gets from her parents and her grandparents and everybody else when she's taking those first few steps. To get up, pull herself up, and do it again. Create that village. Get that excitement. Get it from someplace else. Get that source. Don't just try to do it on your own. That's the biggest mistake we make. That's why we generally fail at those resolutions. That's why we generally fail at accomplishing those goals. Because we leave out that piece of creating that village of enthusiasm. So create your village. That's number one. Number two, if somebody comes to you and asks you to be in their village, support them. Be there to help them. Don't bring them down. Don't say, hey, you're crazy. You can't do an Ironman, crying out loud. That's stupid. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't pop their bubble. Say, hey, you know what? That's great. Go for it. Let's go for it. What can I do? What can I do to help? So one, create your village, or two, be a part of that village. I'll leave you with one last story today. Guy's out driving the back roads of Idaho, hits some black ice, slides off in the ditch. He's stuck. Sees a farmhouse down the road, so he walks down to the farmhouse, knocks on the door, farmer comes to the door, he goes, hey, sir, I ran off the road back here, and I'm stuck in the ditch. Could you give me some help? He goes, oh yeah, no problem. Warwick over there, he can pull you right out, no problem. Guy looks over and sees this old mule standing there by the barn. Really? Oh, don't worry about it, Warwick, he's strong, he can pull you right out, no big deal, no problem at all, no problem at all. Okay. So they make their way back to the car, and the farmer hitches up old Warwick to the back of the car, gets ready, the guy's standing there. All of a sudden, the farmer goes, pull Bob, pull Jack, pull Ted, pull Warwick. Warwick takes off, pulls that car right out of the ditch. Guy looks at the farmer and he goes, why'd you yell out all those other names? He says, well, you see, Warwick's kind of blind, so he can't really see what's going on. But he can hear. If he thinks he's part of a team, he's got no problem pulling. Be part of a team. Give it a pull. Thank you.